That it? Check, check. Microphone check. Hi, my name is Mac. Welcome back, Radventurers. We're back to talk about more e-bike news. That's right. Guess what? They're changing stuff again, and they're changing it in Jupiter, Florida. Let's see what they got to say.
Happening today, looking at the growing popularity of e-bikes.
Yeah, these are becoming more and more common on local streets and sidewalks. You've probably seen them. And today, Jupiter town leaders will look at the challenges they're creating. Jolie Rodriguez reports on what we're learning right now.
Tell us more, Joy.
E-bikes are back on the table at tonight's town council meeting here in Jupiter. This as local police also ramped up enforcement efforts of e-bikes as students returned back to school from the winter break. At Tuesday's town council meeting, the Jupiter police chief will discuss the department's e-bike safety efforts.
Okay.
This follows several accidents involving e-bikes in the area, including the deadly accident that killed 12-year-old Rico Roundtree in March of 2025.
Oh, wow.
This is a look at their enforcement efforts since that crash in March. They have had 145 traffic stops, 178 citations and warnings, 7 e-bike crashes, and 8 e-bike related injuries. Additionally, 5 e-bike safety events.
Oh, so that's actually quite a bit. It looks like they had some problems with e-bikes in their community, and then they're actually starting to do something about it, which is kind of nice because if you look at these stats, it looks like enforcement and citations are actually being issued. Now, they don't really give any data about, like what does this mean about the crashes? Like, how is that relevant? Like, is that up or is that down? I mean, leave it to the media, right? To keep things nice and ambiguous. So, take this with a grain of salt. The only thing I'm getting from this is that, well, at least they're taking note. They're issuing citations. Is it helping? I don't know. We have yet to find out.
Events. In Tuesday's meeting, they also plan to go over an ordinance evaluation regarding e-bike usage, including age restrictions, the process for citation issuance, jurisdictional factors, and integration of training programs into ordinance.
So it sounds like this is a good discussion that they're going to be having. In fact, I think it's important for these discussions to be had. I have something here that is reminding me of the schedule for our council meeting. So it looks like we have one coming up here January 12th. What day is that? Is that a day I can go? Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. That's just for zoning and permits. So that's probably not relevant to me. January 13th. That looks more relevant. Looks like transportation business meeting. That could be something. So I think it's important to work with local and state authorities. There's another meeting coming up maybe a few days after that with the district. So I'm going to be involved for sure, talking to, I guess, city council folks about e-bike safety moving forward into 2026. And just like these folks here, they're talking about age limitations, how they're going to issue citations, which I think are all important. And it's great that places are starting to have these conversations. What I would challenge all of you is to get involved, because I'm getting a lot of comments from you guys, and man, your comments are wildly intelligent. And I think if lawmakers would listen to folks like you making the comments below, we might have some good laws that make sense pass. So all of you guys should definitely get involved. I've heard that at least here in Colorado, Highlands Ranch, where I live in, that's my city, Douglas County, that's our district. They're going to be talking about these things publicly. These are open meetings. And folks like business owners like me, Radventurers, that's my business. We're very locked into e-bikes. We do e-bike tours. So laws around e-bikes are very important to me. And that's why it's important for me to stay updated. And I think it's important for all of you too, because you all love e-bikes and we want to keep them around for us and our freedoms with them as well.
For Jupiter Middle School parent Nicole Stanbrough, she says as an e-bike family herself, she's glad local police are stepping in.
We definitely enforce protection, helmets. They know the route that they're allowed to be on and not on. So I think it's as long as there's safety aspect involved, I think they're fine.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, the parents should get more involved. And she said she's an e-bike family and she's for it. So I'm with her.
Enforcement from mom can only go so far. Stanbrough says it takes a village to keep everyone in the community safe.
I think it starts with our first responders and our local heroes here to make sure that all of our kids are safe in the area.
After Tuesday's meeting, the police department and town council will continue to evaluate ordinance options, focus on the completion and implementation of a training program, monitor bills in Tallahassee during the upcoming legislative session, and continue to engage with other municipalities on this matter. The police chief's presentation will be at tonight's meeting, which starts at 7 p.m. In Jupiter, Julie Rodriguez, WPBF 25 News.
I like how she's just chilling there like, oh yeah, my mic's down here. I'm just like, boom, all nonchalant. Jolie Rodriguez, just chilling. No. But for reals, I think it's important that we go out there and get involved. So if there's a town meeting or a city hall meeting or whatever, council meeting, check it out. Get involved. Talk about e-bikes. Talk about how they're not dangerous. Talk about how with the right laws and regulations, we could make them fun for everybody. And yes, we could even share those mixed use trails. Absolutely. Okay, we just got to work together. All right. Stay rad, my friends. I'm Mac, the Radventurer. Come find me in Colorado. Take an e-bike tour with me. And I'll see you someday in the future. Cheers.